Well, hello, fourth graders. I have truly missed you, and I hope that you're doing well. And I know that you've been doing videos online, and I hope you've been doing them and watching them, really watching them, because those are pretty cool. And I think that I've heard some of you have been singing the President's Song along with the fourth graders in Florida, so that's pretty cool. And I'm wondering, very curious, if you are answering any of the review questions before the class answers them. So that's something that I encourage you to try to do. See how many you can answer before the class gives an answer. Well, in history today, hello, I would like you to find your My State Notebook book and your yellow book that I also gave to you. Also, kind of locate where your brochures are because we're going to go through those. So the first thing I want to talk about is this book here. I want you to familiarize yourself with this book. Okay, so when you first open it, you are going to do a lot of finding pictures and things like that. So I want you to kind of go through it and look at what you're going to be finding pictures for. So the first one, if you look at the first page, is you are going to put a picture of yourself right there. So your picture. Don't fill out the very bottom yet unless you know how to spell my name. Do you know how to spell my name? Ooh, that would be bad if you didn't know how to spell my name and you put my name there. Ooh, okay. So make sure that you know how to spell my name. Don't put the date. It's not today's date anyway. It's going to be the due date, and then your name goes here in the blank. When you flip the page, you will notice that you are going to find a picture of a beautiful scenery from your state here. So you're just going to read these little instructions, kind of self-explanatory. Glue a photograph of you here, perhaps in front of the Capitol building, or maybe in front of the Garden of the Gods, or maybe in front of the Rocky Mountain sign, something that we know belongs in Colorado, and there's a picture that you could put there. Glue another state scenery picture here. So you're going to kind of do that. Now, let's talk about cutting before you go crazy. When you cut a picture out, make sure that you are cutting neatly. Okay, so don't just rip something out. Kind of notice the picture, the page. I don't want you to put a little tiny picture this big. Okay, that's a little too tiny. Make sure that it's a little bit bigger than that. All right, so that it fits. You know, you don't just have something really teeny tiny. Covering the picture, the wording here, that would be great. So obviously that's going to be a little bit bigger than this. And so you're going to use your scissors, and you don't have to take out the whole picture. If you see a portion of a picture and it looks sharp, you can cut that piece out of your magazine or your brochure and stick it in here. But again, don't put your pictures in quite yet. Don't glue them. When you start finding pictures, I want you to start cutting out things as you're looking through your brochures and your magazines, and I want you to find pictures that you think, I think that could go really well in my notebook. Don't start gluing yet. We'll wait till we talk about that a little bit later. But you could start cutting out pictures. Okay, here's the very next page. On the side, you'll notice that it has directions. And it says, directions, add more state scenery to this page. Scenery is a picture of a mountain and a river and a valley, a lake, trees, something scenic. Okay? And have you ever heard of a collage? A collage is where you take a lot of different pictures and you kind of put them together. So maybe you put a picture that is going to be a picture of a mountain with a river flowing. You don't have to put it straight. You don't have to line up all of your pictures. A collage is where you take a picture and then you put another picture on top of that, but not covering the important part. and then you take another picture and you put it here, and you just make it look really sharp. So when you're doing that, again, we're not going to glue yet. We're going to find pictures first, and you're going to kind of lay them out. Lay them out on your page and say, okay, does this look good? I have this picture and this picture. No, I think that one doesn't really fit here. Maybe it'll fit on a different page. So you get a picture and you put your pictures here and you just kind of lay them out and you kind of see what does it look like before you start even using glue. Again, we're not going to use glue yet. We're just going to be cutting out our pictures carefully, neatly. Okay? On the next page, we're going to talk about a political map and what that means, and a physical map and what that means. So we'll talk about that in the next couple days, and we will even have a map that we'll discuss what we're going to do on this page. First of all, speaking of a political map is a map that shows the nations, the cities, the states, and some of the rivers, some lakes, and other bodies of water as well. I'm going to show you right here on this map that I made for you guys. I don't know, it's probably backwards. Colorado is right here. There we are. And then up to the north, we have Wyoming is our border, part of our border. We have Nebraska on the corner. Do you know what corner that is, guys? Waiting for it. And then over here, we have Kansas. And down here, we have a little bit of Oklahoma. New Mexico on the south. Then we have Arizona. And we have Utah. So all of these different states border our state of Colorado. It's pretty cool. Something that we're going to learn in our 4th grade history is the uniqueness of this little tiny corner of Colorado. So we'll talk about that. But so just a reminder here, this is a good introduction here about our boundaries. We have Colorado, we have Wyoming, we have Nebraska. By the way, did you figure it out what direction that is? Did you say it? It is northeast. Kansas. Southeast, we have Oklahoma. New Mexico to the south. We have Arizona to the southwest. We have Utah to the west. You gotta know those. So there's a good example. It's probably backwards for you, but you heard me say it. All right, well, that's all I really wanted to talk to you about today. I want you to go through your book today. I want you to locate this book, and I want you to locate your yellow book. I want you to go through here and just kind of read the directions, kind of get familiar with what am I going to do. You don't have to, oh, she hasn't talked about this, I don't know what to do. You just look through it, and you just look at the different directions that tell what you're going to be looking for so that you can keep your eyes peeled for good pictures in your brochures and in your magazines, because you're going to use a lot of different pictures. You could already start doing that. You say, oh, how could I already start this? You could start cutting out pictures. That's the only thing you're going to do. You're not going to glue, right? And then you're going to look in your yellow book as well. And we will talk more about that another day. But I just wanted to give you kind of an introduction, and this is your history class for today. It was pretty short, not even 10 minutes. All right, miss you guys, and I hope you got the email that I sent last night to your parents about the Artie book. We're going to start reading our Artie book on Wednesday. So you figure out where that email is that I sent to your parents so that you can set up a Zoom. It's a meeting where we can all get together and see each other and hear each other. And I'm going to read to you our last Artie book starting on Wednesday, this Wednesday at 2:30. So you make sure that you don't wait till the last second on that one. Okay, so get that Zoom meeting set up, and I'm looking forward to talking to you on Wednesday. All right, thanks guys. Bye. I miss you.